Hi there, this is Jen Grice from jengrice.com. I am a Christian divorce mentor and boundary coach. I help women to reclaim their life after divorce. And that's what we're talking about today, reclaiming your life after divorce. Be sure to check out my other videos that are going along with this series. Today I'm going to talk about reclaiming your emotional health after divorce. It's so important to heal your heart after divorce because it helps you to move on in a healthy way rather than repeating things from your past. Your emotional health will guide you as you move on. You'll have the confidence to do great things after divorce. You'll make decisions based on your worth rather than pleasing others. And you'll no longer accept bad behavior from others and how they treat you. You'll no longer be a victim. You'll be a survivor and a thriver. So when you work on your emotional health, you either meet with a licensed counselor or therapist, or even a life coach or boundary coach like myself, and you go over the things that you want to work on. You have a plan on how to tackle the things like boundaries, talking assertively, dealing with conflict, healing the trauma, whether it be betrayal or other trauma that you've experienced in your life. You learn to deal with your own issues and take your life in your own hands. You need to find healing from past abuse and past hurts. And that's how you learn to be emotionally healthy. So how do we do that? We look at how your past shapes your thoughts and your feelings and your actions. You find things that trigger an emotional response in you, and you get to the core of why that bothers you. You look at your relationships now and how you're interacting with them, if they are 100% supporting you or if they're holding you back in some way. Are you people-pleasing in these relationships, or is it a mutual relationship? Does this relationship cause you resentment? Do you feel angry, upset at somebody that has done something or said something, and instead of working through that conflict, and you just keep it under the rug and pretend it doesn't exist? Obviously, boundaries are very important into your emotional health and being assertive, learning how to say no without feeling guilty or being manipulated into changing your mind. Like I talked about in the last video, when you're reclaiming your peace, you're deciding that your peace is more important than somebody else's happiness. And that stems from your emotional health. If you're emotionally healthy, you'll take someone's opinion or their wishes into account, but you won't be manipulated to change your mind if that's not something you want to do. Some of the ways that I mentor ladies after divorce are the very things that I had to work through as well. I had to learn to speak in a way that I felt good about, that I didn't feel that I was being a doormat, or I didn't feel like I was being aggressive, because there is a balance between being passive-aggressive, aggressive, or being assertive. And being assertive is saying things so that you get your message across and that you feel that you've said and explained yourself in a way so that the other person can understand. And at that point, it's in their hands to decide if they really want to understand you and deal with the issue that you have, or if they want to just walk away. Being emotionally healthy is not chasing people. It's saying, I am worth love and care and kindness and consideration and respect and loyalty just as much as you are. Being emotionally healthy is realizing that, yes, relationships are give and take, and that sometimes you give more, but it doesn't mean that that's the norm. When somebody is physically sick, yes, we take care of them, but they're working on getting healthy. And the same goes for emotional health. If you're with somebody, whether it be a friend or relative, and they're just not working on their emotional health and they're expecting you to pull the weight and get healthy for them, or put up with their bad behaviors or their bad actions or how they speak to you, then your emotional health is jeopardized by being in a relationship with them. If there's somebody who is habitually lying to you and you can't trust them, that's not a good relationship. If you are with somebody or friends with somebody who gossips, either with you about other people, or chances are if they're gossiping with you, though, they are gossiping about you. If somebody has a habit or a character of gossip, they're going to gossip with everybody and about everybody. And sometimes exposing that and saying, you were gossiping about me, I appreciate it if you not. Then if they get defensive and blame you, that's a toxic relationship. That's not somebody you want to be around. Reclaiming your emotional health after divorce is saying, I want only the healthiest people in my life. I want to surround myself with people who are doing exactly what I want to do. Get healthy. Dr. Henry Cloud said, if you want to become healthy, you have to surround yourself with a group of people that are getting healthy, and you have to be connected to a community that is doing what you want to do. And I'm not sure if that came from one of his books or if just something that he quoted, but I think it's a perfect example of what we need to do after divorce to get emotionally healthy. We need to surround ourselves with people who are doing just that, or who are emotionally healthy and being healthy. The Bible says that bad character can corrupt good character. So if you're hanging around with people or associating with people or trying to stay close with family who are not emotionally healthy, they're toxic and dysfunctional, you're more apt to be just like them. I know for myself, when I was growing up and when I was a young adult, when I was around any kind of family members, I felt different. I felt like this is abnormal, and I was easily swayed by them. I think I'm a very empathetic person, so when my environment is toxic, I become toxic. When my environment is healthy and happy, then I am healthy and happy. So I've really had to work on my own emotional health and who I associate with so that I can stay healthy. And I also help teach that to the ladies I mentor, and through boundary coaching and telling them to disconnect from toxic people in their life and not to be sucked in, because that's it. The people in your life will try to suck you back into the way you used to be. They will remind you that, oh, you used to be this person and do these things. But now is the time after divorce is to change and to be a better you. God has given you an opportunity to recover. And I wrote a blog post about the 7 stages of recovery, but emotional healing is a big part of that. And deciding who's going to go with you into the future, who's going to be in your life to support you and walk with you through this time after divorce. So I hope I didn't miss anything about reclaiming your emotional life after divorce. If I did, feel free to leave a comment and give me some ideas. A lot of times I pull from my own healing or what I've written or what I've studied, but I am walking with you in this healing too, even if I'm just a few steps ahead. So I hope to see you in the next video, reclaiming life after divorce, and we'll be talking about reclaiming your physical health and your spiritual health and your hope. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. And also over on my website at jengrice.com/signup to be on my email list.